Hey there, hunters. Nobody asked, but here we are. Back again, new build, new season. So this time around, we are doing the Gemma3 Path of Flames Repurification archetype, but we got a couple special gimmicks. So let's just do a quick dummy test. As you can see, I've got this really cool skill procking around my character. I'm sure you're wondering what the heck that is. So there's actually two really cool self-damage archetypes that exist now. You can either do Firebird or Undercurrent. So as you can see, right around 25 billion damage. That's not bad at all. So with Reap Purification and Path of Flames, now you just want to be reaping as much as possible, right? So this weapon exists, and the way this mod works is, so when your focus busting reach max stacks, trigger Scorching Pulse, which reaps every 0.3 seconds. Now, normally, reaps have, let's see, do I still have gear with reaps on it? Well, like this one, for example. So this effect has a 1.5 second cooldown. Reaps very generally have these longer cooldowns, and the only way to scale that is with the Reap cooldown recovery speed. That's a pretty scarce mod, unless you get some, pretty funky gear combinations. But this way, because we're triggering the spell, and the spell reaps, you can circumvent Reap cooldown recovery and just scale normal cooldown recovery. So, when you would normally want Reap on, on your belt, on your place, everywhere else you get normally, I'm triggering it at least, 5, 6 times a second just from the weapon. So it's not quite as efficient to get it elsewhere. Now, you need to generate focus blessings and you need to take damage. So this chest base works really great for that. You get 1 stack of focus blessing for every 20% consumed, and you take 100 secondary erosion damage whenever you use a skill. So you have to have a good way to mitigate that self-damage, and there's a couple ways you can do that. Primarily, I convert my erosion damage to elemental, so I have 60% here, and then 12% here. So 72% of my erosion is converted to elemental. And then, actually, because I'm taking all 3 elemental damage types, this node, where is it? This node in Elementalist is extremely powerful. So I'm taking 3 elemental damage types every time I use a skill and I hit myself. So I'm constantly taking 15% less damage, less elemental damage, that is. So that's a huge, huge mitigator. And I'm even thinking about switching one of my other memories to convert Fizz to fire to just make myself super, super tanky. Then you're using Light Hunter Belt with Energy Shield, so your recharge cannot be stopped. And we use Force Start to just constantly be triggering our Energy Shield, so we're just almost constantly regenerating all the time. Anytime it drops below, was it 90% here, or 89%, it just recharges almost instantly. And let's see, we're getting barrier from defenses. 40% injury buffer is actually massive. It says it applies to yourself and for enemies, but as you can see, enemies kind of just get one shot. Not too much to talk about there. Let's look at the skills, I suppose. It's really just a Path of Flames build. Nothing really too special here. I use my my activation medium will trigger whenever I get lower than 79%, and then my belt freezes me at 89%, so I really just have to take like 1 hit and my ES charge will kick in. And then Mana Boil helps you burn mana and generate focus blessings faster. And then Elemental Destruction, a big, big multiplier. Straightforward auras. For candles, you want max channeled stacks because we're elementalist and each plus stack is like 6% more damage. And then this is just 3 good mods. So I'm using the trigger by moving, death by fire. It's a lot more consistent, I think. And then I'm triggering my second curse here. Then I got CDR movement speed, and then the convert to erosion, and this is extra clear. If I wanted to be more of a bossing option, I would switch this movement speed for a different mod. But yeah, this is definitely one of the more fun damage over time kind of reap build variations I've played. You don't need the gloves. I found them, got lucky, so it's a big multiplier, but you could use really almost anything else. There's a lot of good options there. Strange Snow is kind of hard to beat just in terms of how much affliction effect you can get. The life consumption mod, it really doesn't do that much. I don't have the most consistent life regen, but you know, you just get so much affliction effect. It's an insanely huge multiplier. Let's see, so this ring is still good. The skill duration and big reaps, but you're getting most of your reaps from the staff. This is just great because skill effect duration is a really big multiplier for the build. It's just like the longer your Path of Flames lasts, the more potential damage it has. So the bigger reaps, the bigger brands, that sort of stuff. And like this kind of archetype, or like the self-damage tech, also works with Firebird. It's a pretty similar, but Firebird is it's an ignite build as opposed to like a pure dot build. So you do need a few other different things there, but so far this one just kind of just feels really smooth, and I don't need to change too much. I'd have to do some significant respecking, I think, of make this warlock. But yeah, really fun build. I got the idea from what's his name, CWY Peppa PCC. He's a YouTube creator. I think he streams a little bit too, but he always makes really great videos. And he had mentioned Undercurrent. I didn't even know the staff existed. And yeah, it turns out it's a great build. So thanks for watching, everyone.